God.
There's mountains of it.
Talk about pile 'em high. This all yours?
It is.
You must paint in your sleep.
I assure you I'm always awake when I paint.
Why are they dumped here like this?
Well, I don't know about that.
Like so much junk.
I can't sell them, the market's dead.
Listen to him. Another artist who can't make ends meet. We see lots of those, don't we, Frisch?
I don't know about that.
They're the only sort we ever see. One day we're going to meet an artist that makes a good living.
Maybe Herr Picasso doesn't want to sell his paintings.
Yeah, what suits him to hide them away?
Why would I want to hide my paintings away?
Hold them back. Push up the price.
The law of supply and demand.
If only. With my paintings, it's less supply, less demand.
Why don't you increase the supply?
The galleries are all shut.
They've been shut this long.
We believe you, Monsieur Picasso. Money's tight for you artists. We all know that big car you get chauffeur driven round in runs on air. Well, shall we begin?
Can we go through this again? I didn't understand.
We're listing your works.
You're listing them how?
Well, what they're made of.
I told you, canvas and paint.
Date painted.
Some of them took years.
The finished date will do.
And this is in aid of what?
Your protection, Herr Picasso. In case someone wants to take your stuff. Sell it. We can check. It's down here in black and white.
It's to help me?
To help us, to help you.
If you ever need it.
I'll have to guess dates. I don't keep a diary.
A guess will be fine.
We need a title for each work.
And whether there's any jewels stashed in the frames.
I think Herr Picasso would say that the paintings are the jewels in the frame.
So you want the dates painted and materials used?
And very important, what they're worth. If a poor artist like you are lucky enough to sell one of them, that is. Right, shall we start?
If I pull this one out, we work to the right.
Stop it! Don't touch! You'll pull the whole bloody lot down.
Scheiße, my hand!
We don't normally get bellowed at like that, do we, Frisch? Very rare.
No, it's just a... I mean, have you handled paintings before?
I've moved them about.
Professionally, I mean in a gallery.
Not me, I'm afraid.
Once or twice.
Then can I do it? Move my paintings, if you don't mind, I mean.
Well, I can't say it'd bother me.
I don't mind.
Go then, monsieur. Ready?
Sorry to keep on, but can you measure on the back? The front might scratch the work.
Absolutely. I left my brain at home. What I've got of one. 14 by 11.
14 by 11.
It's oil on canvas, 1910.
Title?
Flatfish on wet plate.
What would it sell for?
It's not for sale.
Say you did sell it. What would it fetch?
I really can't with this one. It's from my personal collection.
Come on. Every painting has its price.
No, not this. This has memories.
40,000 francs at least.
Are you a dealer, monsieur? You sound so confident.
I wish I was. Reckon I'd have a bit more to splash around than my measly soldier's pay.
I don't think you would. Times are tough for everybody.
Just tell us what it's worth.
Well, if I was selling it, and I'm not, 20,000 francs maximum.
For a painting by the most famous artist in the world?
Seems to me like you're undervaluing.
I could sell a painting of mine for 20 thou, and I don't paint.
Monsieur, please try. You know, paint something. I'll lend you brushes and a canvas. And if you sell it for more than 20,000 or even half that, that'll be beginner's luck.
I bet you'd get 25,000 francs for this.
All right, 21,000 francs, but then not a franc more.
Note it fresh. We can't undervalue. They'll check. Our experts. If they think we have, we'll be back to start again, and that's a waste of everyone's time. Next.
Out you come.
Jesus. Wouldn't fancy getting stuck under her. Like making love to a steamroller. Splat. All over the bed.
She's an archetype.
Is that a person who's big all over?
The critics said she was ugly, you know. Monsieur Picasso, well, he's painting rubbish.
I like her.
Oh, do you, Herr Frisch?
Price.
18,000 at a pinch.
Title.
Naked Running Women.
Naked running women.
16 by 17. Next.
Ah, my beauty. Out you come.
Now that's more like it. A bullfight.
I don't see a matador.
Maybe the bull's eaten him.
Actually, this is a bull fighting a horse.
Bull's not doing too well, is he?
In this painting, the bull wins.
You ever paint one with a horse wins?
But the horse has its dying glory. Now, that's a victory of sorts.
23 by 19. The wife and me have a painting of a horse hanging in our parlour. Kaiser Wilhelm in the saddle. The horse looks like a horse, and the Kaiser looks like a horse. And idiots like me can understand it.
Are you insulting the Kaiser?
The horse is a cracker. She's got long legs and eyelashes to die for, so where's the insult? 26 by 17. Price?
It's naughty bull with nice horse. 15,000 on a good day?
Too low.
All right, 16,000, but I doubt if you'll get it. We've got old torn up newspapers.
28 by 14.
And then there's the guitar with bits.
Torn up, did you say?
And, yes, oh no. Oh, those bastards!
Who? What's the matter?
The rats. They've chewed my painting. It seems the cat doesn't scare the rats off.
Bloody rodents, eh? No respect for art. Title?
The chewer chewed. And some more rat poison.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Up to where?
I thought you said with bits.
No, that was the one before.
The one before what?
There's chewed, there's guitar with bits, and then there's the chewer chewed.
Where does rat poison come in?
I need to lay some down tooth sweet to kill them before they make a ratty mill of my works.
I'm sorry, I'm miles behind.
Price?
No, really, I'm lost. We'll have to go back a few.
19,000 if everything was in my favour. Otherwise, 15,600.
You can't be serious.
I am.
What came after the old torn up newspapers?
Guitar with bits, wasn't it?
Be realistic.
Do you know the market here in Paris?
I know it more than a bit.
Well, if you know, you tell me what sells. What will people pay money for?
Impressionists.
Herr Frisch?
The pointillists?
No.
The gouachists? Surrealists? Cubists? Modernists? Primitivists? Neorealists?
Shall I tell you what sells? Photos. You know. Smile, please. point and pop. I don't know why us artists don't smash our palettes up and buy cameras. It's what the public wants. So I've given you a price based on a cultural fact. The ferocious competition of the photo. It's low, but it's realistic.
I'm sure I got these wrong. What came after the old, torn-up newspapers?
It was Guitar with Bits, wasn't it?
Did I have a price?
10,000 on a warm, sunny day with a very rich and a very generous art lover. Oh, yes!
That's touching. The way they're holding each other.
Well, they're in love.
Why are their feet so big? Have they got a disease?
Only in being different.
I can see this painting displayed in galleries in Germany.
Their feet would stick out.
I'm not looking at their feet.
You don't have to. They hit you in the eye.
The only reason you might have for painting these wonderful young people more in proportion, monsieur, would be to win over people who are ignorant about art.
In proportion how?
He means smaller feet and bigger tits, don't you, Villy?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
You have no idea about art, have you, Franz?
You've no idea about women.
I've got as much idea as you.
When you're ready, Monsieur Picasso.
What do you mean by that remark, anyway?
Nothing.
Tell me, or so help me.
You're what?
I think you know what.
All right. Keep your hair on. It was a joke, for God's sake.
I'm waiting.
All I'm saying is you don't exactly get on with women, do you, Villy?
Says who?
The women I try to set you up with.
They're not my type.
The blokes in the unit.
Because I don't crack jokes about the size of their tits.
Which most men do.
Shame on them, then, if they can't raise their sights above the end of that prick.
Shame on men who raise theirs to forbidden fruits.
I don't know what you're talking about, Franz. You better watch yourself. I like women as much as the next man.
So what sort of women do you like, Villy?
Well, athletic women.
I'd shag an athlete any day.
You have to lower everything to sex, don't you?
Oh, you were thinking of running a race, talking politics and art, were you?
Have you been to Germany, Picasso?
I'm awaiting my first invite.
You get posters on every street. Young people staring proudly into the distance.
Yeah, lots of people staring proudly into the distance in Germany. None of them have got spots or beer bellies.
That's because it's the job of the artist to show us how we can be, not how we are.
Who says?
Anyone who knows the slightest thing about painting and its power to move and inspire you.
Villy used to paint, didn't you? Back in the old days.
We're talking about art, not me.
Young men, I believe.
Can we get on with the job?
I know, because we come from the same town, same gymnasium even. He was the best artist by a mile. Loved painting men, young men, in swimming trunks.
Artists often draw the human body, don't they, Monsieur Picasso?
Well, the human body is central.
I thought it was women men drew.
I concentrate on women myself, they excite me more.
Maybe you draw the occasional man.
Not often.
What does it matter if it's a man or a woman?
Well, it matters a lot to me because it's what inspires me. Women always have.
Well, there you have it, Villy. Monsieur Picasso is inspired by women. And you, it would seem, by men.
Every artist is different. I'm sure Monsieur will agree with that.
Don't you think an artist should stand by his work, Monsieur, that he's done in the past?
So you can make him look a fool every day?
You make me look a fool often enough, making out I'm ignorant about art.
I hardly think you qualify as an expert, Franz.
Do you still draw, Monsieur Frisch?
I don't have time.
Now that's a shame. You know, when someone starts and then they stop.
Hasn't for months, have you, Villy? Got rid of everything. Destroyed the lot. On our first leave home, wasn't it? Poof. All that art. Up in a cloud of smoke. Don't you think that's a shame, Monsieur Picasso?
It's nothing to do with Monsieur Picasso.
I just wondered what it
For God's sake! Can we get on with the job? We've been here ages and we've hardly started.
Don't you want Monsieur to say?
It's not that I don't want him to.
Oh, you can't be bothered to hear what a great artist has to say.
Can we speed up? All this silly chat will never get finished.
Well, don't look at me. I'm waiting for a title for this lovely work.
The Lovers.
23 by 19. Price?
12,150 francs.
Noted, Villy.
Get in there, Sodger.
I like that.
No time for chat.
You know, it's difficult to make suggestions to a famous artist, but their feet, I'm convinced, they'd have a wider appeal if they were smaller.
Smaller feet. It's noted. Thank you, Hedwig. Well. So this is where you've been hiding.
The original two-eyed monster, eh? Bits where she shouldn't have.
Not if you look. But I looked from different angles. I painted from more than one of them. I threw my angles onto the canvas. I said, balls to the single view, sod off perspective. Titian, Raphael, Rembrandt, they'd all work that scene. Let's have multi-dimensional, multi-angled art that really says something. Let's follow our urge, let's go where it leads. And this is where it led, beyond the tried and tested, into the unknown.
You went with your feelings, then?
Oh, with every fibre in my body, monsieur. But above all, with my soul.
19 by 24.
19 by 20.
Oh, she's beautiful. We're having difficulty living together.
You like women, do you?
Too much.
Do you want to see some?
Hmm?
Bella ragazza. Here. Paint women as sexy as that, you can charge what you like. Wouldn't you give a week's pay for a night with a girl like her?
She'd have to come cheap with what I get in a week.
Oh, get the violins out. Monsieur's so poor he can't afford a night with a beautiful woman, even though he is the most famous artist in the world. Have you seen these, Villy? Have a butcher's.
Seen one, you've seen them all.
Oh no, not this one, hey? Look at that body. Athletic or what?
Very nice.
You didn't look! Look at that body, those muscles.
I'm looking, okay?
That's right. Feast your eyes.
I don't know why you still got them.
What about this sexy lady in a hat?
You're
eh?
supposed to hand them in. All goods confiscated in the line of duty must be handed in.
Don't talk to me about goods. I've been doing this as long as you have. These are snaps. They're not goods.
You took those from a Frenchman.
You took those from a Frenchman. How do you know what he was?
I saw his identity card.
They can be forged.
He had a French name. He looked French.
He looked French? What a load of nonsense. What can you tell by looks? Take care, Picasso here. He might be Spanish. Or he might not be.
I very much am.
Oh, you may very well be, but what sort of a nose is this? Is it a Spanish nose? Or is it a Jewish nose? Maybe it's a gypsy nose. You've got thousands in Spain.
I am from the Ruiz of Malaga, of pure Spanish stock. My name is Pablo Diego, Jose Francisco de Polo, Juan Nepomuceno, Maria de los Remedios Crispiniano, de la Santismo, Trinidad, Ruiz y Picasso. I defy you to get any more Spanish than that.
You may very well be. But how could we tell? Not by looking, that's for sure. One has to study the family tree. That's the only way these days. People in Paris are in for a shock soon, I can tell you. You're going to have to prove your bloodline. Generations back. So there's no miscegenation.
I have nothing to fear.
Didn't think for a moment you had. The Spanish and the Germans. We're like that.
You hear funny stories about people in their race?
Hmm?
You know what I heard the other day? An artist had his paintings taken in Paris. Had his works logged and then they took them.
Who did?
The Germans.
Must have been a criminal.
He wasn't.
A spy then.
Communist.
I heard because of his race.
You know what I think? There were too many rumours buzzing round, especially in times like these. Best to ignore them.
Seems a funny thing to do.
Unless, of course, he was painting women as sexy as these, then you can understand them taking them for a private look all by themselves.
Everyone wants to get their hands on a lovely woman one way or another.
Anyway, no one's taking anything from you, Monsieur Picasso. You don't need to worry about that. Well, what have we here?
A circus.
So it is. With an acrobat and a ringmaster.
It reminds me of when I was a kid. We used to go to the circus.
If you could look at this painting every day, would it bring back those memories?
Yes.
Ask Monsieur Picasso nicely. He might sell it to you, Villy.
I think not, Franz.
Well, you won't know if you don't ask.
On a soldier's wages.
A soldier's wages are better than nothing to an artist that can't sell a thing.
Do you like this painting, Monsieur Fish?
Yes, I do.
2,000 and it's yours.
2,000, did you say?
What a price.
Can't you afford it? Is it too dear?
Well, you'd sell me this painting for 2,000 francs.
That's what I said.
What did I tell you?
But it's so cheap.
Haven't you got £2,000, Villy?
Of course I've got 2 grand.
Then what are you waiting for?
You know damn well what.
I don't. I can't see why you don't jump at a chance to own a lovely painting by Monsieur Picasso.
You do know, Franz.
Well?
Say Oberstleutnant Kimmert gets to know about it.
So what if he does?
Well, that I bought
Bought a painting? Well, it's not wrong, is it? Are you telling me a soldier can't buy things with his own money that he's put his life at risk for?
The price is so low,
He'll what?
be suspicious.
I can't see why.
He'll think it's strange.
Monsieur Picasso has asked for a price above board and legal. He should know what he's doing. Lots of his paintings aren't worth as much as he's asked you for that one, are they, Monsieur?
You know, some of the frames are worth more than the paintings.
There, see? He's pleased to sell to anyone. Stop fretting. Give him the money.
Why don't you buy it if you're so keen?
It wasn't offered to me.
You've said nice things about my work here, Frisch. Please take it.
I'd love to, but I can't.
I'll be insulted.
No, I'm not insulting you. That's the last thing in the world I would do.
To a Spaniard, refusing an offer is an insult.
Insulting Herr Picasso, Villy, and you such an admirer of his.
Take it. I'm giving it to you. Just hold out your hands and it's yours.
It's nice. A nice work.
It's a small work.
I can't, I really... Back me, Franz.
Not if you're insulting Herr Picasso.
Here, monsieur. I'm putting it down. Carefully.
Doesn't take a second to say yes.
I can't buy your painting. I simply can't. For God's sake, can we get on?
How about if I up it to 2,200 francs? Now, is that any better? Hmm?
Where are you going?
To see what paintings are at the back.
We can't log then. You've got the book.
Then wait. I want to get an idea of how many we need to get through. Out!
Don't start an avalanche! There are cars down here.
Upstairs.
We'll find a corner, eh?
We wouldn't be the first.
Well, might as well have a break till he gets back. I'll wait.
Is your colleague all right? He looked a bit...
He's only all right when he's not all right, if you get my meaning.
Nothing I said then.
Oh, he upsets himself. He wants that painting, but he won't let himself.
Does he break some army rule?
We're supposed to keep everything strictly honest. No deals, no barters, no gifts.
Spur of the moment. I wouldn't want to get him into trouble.
Think no more of it. That's Frisch, all right. He goes to extremes, especially when he's being honest.
I suppose you can't blame him.
Can't I? Try working with him.
Well, he seems efficient.
Like Jesus efficient. He won't take an elastic band without logging it in triplicate.
Well, as you say, he's honest.
Makes the rest of us feel like shit. Not honest to goodness smelly shit. Cheap shit.
That's not so good.
I mean, what's the harm in taking a few photos or the odd pair of nylons? But not St. Villy. He won't soil his hands with a tin tack.
He's a true disciple in his honesty.
I wouldn't call it that.
You wouldn't?
If it was honesty, I'd respect him. No, he wants the stuff. He's just scared he'll get caught, then his halo will drop off and he won't get promoted.
Scared of getting caught? Desire to be honest? It's very difficult to tell them apart.
You've got to be dead careful what you do. You can't get back at him. You've got nothing on him. You know, if there's anything wrong, except not like women.
That's wrong, is it?
Not wrong. Not normal.
Well, I'm a free spirit where people's preferences are concerned.
Me too. He could be the biggest queer in the German army for all I care, but just stop being so high and mighty.
Same school, eh?
Why do you think we speak such good French?
I wonder about that.
We come from Strasbourg. Half its life has been French. Half German. Half of us have got French names. The other half, German. You've got German speakers, French speakers, and some of us who speak a bit of both. We've all got a bit of each other in us. We're all a bit confused about who we are. I'm just glad we stopped killing each other.
Were you close back then?
I was in the year above. It's where we spent a lot of time together. Fencing, circuits, horse riding. Great times. Bloody great.
You don't now?
You join the army, you've got to muck in, Herr Picasso. You can't be talking about art and novels all the time in front of the lads. It irritates them. They think you're lauding it. And you certainly can't have them make pose for you while you draw them, even if there is nothing in it.
Did Herr Frisch?
People talk. You get labelled. Then you'd better watch yourself. So, you either go with the flow or you end up on the outside looking in. I went with the flow. I made the odd remark with the lads. Before you know it, Villy and I are hardly what you could call friends anymore. Then one day he tells me he's destroyed all his works. Won't tell me how. Just he has. Bloody waste, really. Great price you gave him for the painting.
When someone likes what I do, it puts me in a generous mood.
Frishy! Frishy!
There's another big room full.
We need to get a move on.
Don't call me Frishy.
How many paintings have you counted?
If you'll only get on, I might be able to tell you.
This one's going to take forever, speed we're moving.
I'd love to look this off quickly.
Me too. Can't stand hanging around on a job.
I've got so many other things to do.
If you're smart, you can work a trick to make time. If you're not a follower of St. Paul of Frisch, that is.
Go on.
They give you a job, off you trot, you work your hours, End of day 1, you report back. There's a lot more work here than we thought, sir. This lot's going to take 2 more days, sir, but you only work it, so you need 1.
So you make a day.
Free time for yourself.
I could do with some of that. I mean, realistically, there's 3 days' work here at least.
Jesus, that much?
This is art. You can't be flinging it around like crates of beer.
As long as I get away by 6 today.
I want to get away too.
I'm meeting a woman.
I'm meeting a woman as well. Beautiful young woman.
Sexy, is she?
Oh, she's deep and complicated. When she's in the mood, she takes me to paradise and she keeps me there a very long time.
Randy bastard.
And yours, what's she like?
What she doesn't know about making love isn't worth knowing. I'm going to marry her after the war.
I thought you said you were married.
Did I? Well, I am. That's the problem.
Divorce, is it, or bigamy?
I thank and curse this war. If it hadn't have been for it, I wouldn't have met Therese and I'd still be happily married to my wife. Then again, I wouldn't have missed meeting Therese for anything.
We men, we get thrown into these situations.
Now, I'm an adulterer, a cheat, and a liar, all because of a sodding war.
Caught between 2 women we like.
2 women I love.
I know the feeling.
You.
I'm in the same fix. There's 2 women, one dark and dangerous, with the other one, well, she's just blonde and sensual. They're both wonderful in different ways.
Got any tips?
Learn to juggle?
Between countries?
You know, I reckon we could work that trick, the one you just said.
Speak to me tomorrow.
In fact, we could finish today.
All this? You got a magic wand?
Something much more simple. I'll give you 1 price for everything that's left.
1 price the lot.
A job lot price. By the end of the day, you'll have the best ones done, but the rest of them are rubbish.
I can quote you on that.
They're apprentice works. No one's going to bother with these. They're worthless. We can zip through them at 30 an hour.
It's tempting.
I'm happy to do it.
Problem. Oberstleutnant Kimmett.
If Kimmett says anything, you get him to talk to me. I'm the expert.
If only I could.
I'll answer any questions.
Anyway, it's not just Kimmett. It's Frisch. He'll want to log every item, including empty frames and dead rats.
That's a bit awkward. Yes, let me think. See what I can come up with. How about we say that he did make it clear?
He didn't make it clear to me.
Yes, he did. In a subtle way, by dropping hints. Now, Frisch didn't pick up on it, but you did. Just to prove it, you remember it as I drop it into the conversation.
Getting better.
Oh, in fact, yes. How about this for a piece of cheek? I tell Frisch that I know Kimmett personally, as a friend. But it's hush-hush on account that he can't be seen to mix with me, because officially I'm a degenerate. So he has to work through hints. Now you act like you believe every word I say. Frisch should be wondering now, thinking, oh, have I missed something? Maybe he'll be getting a bit scared. He won't want to fight if he thinks he's going to upset Kimmett.
It might work. I know him. I lay ought to be back in the office tonight. Oberstleutnant Kimmett. I've been a good boy, sir, and logged everything as a job lot price like you are, sir. And now I'm reporting for more orders, sir.
We need a clincher to stop that.
I think I've got it. Yes, well, I enjoy this. We tell Herr Frisch he goes along with our plans, or Kimmett hears he's been taking bribes.
I thought you said he was bribeless.
The painting.
What of it?
He tried to make you give it to him.
He didn't. He wouldn't even take it when I offered it to him.
It's not how I remember it.
You saw him. I went to give it to him and he's... Right. Yes, I see where you're heading.
He tried to make you sell it to him,
Yes.
but I stepped in
Maybe you did.
and told him it was shameful and against the rules for a German officer to behave in such a manner.
I'm beginning to remember now. Yes, you did.
So, what do you say to my suggestion? I've got things to do. So have you.
Well, why not? Is that why you were so keen on Herr Frisch taking that painting from me so you could see? Do you know, that's what I call thinking ahead.
Well, what about you? Did you offer him that painting out of the kindness of your heart?
I'll put it this way. I don't usually give my paintings away without good reason.
I've just thought,
Hmm?
if you're supposed to know Kim, I bet Frisch will ask you what he looks like.
Well remembered. Now, how did I not think of that? What does he look like?
Impeccable.
Hmm?
Never a stain or crease in his gear. Medium build, thin, long nose, birthmark halfway down his cheek like someone slapped some raspberry jam and it tries to hide it like this.
Look like this. Now I know all that, I'm confident.
Yes, this might work. I tell you what, when he comes back, why don't I disappear? Find a wall, have that piss. You two can talk, make friends.
Better to know your man if you want to turn him.
If you find out something juicy, you tell me. I'll save it up for the next ruck.
I will.
You're on. Spot of brandy,
Why not?
spark us up a bit. Billy, you decided to join us. Have you been in a war?
It's dangerous out there.
Especially for a brave little soldier like yourself, eh?
You think this is bad? Wait till you get back there. Paintings everywhere.
How many rows did you count?
20, 30, if you can call them rows. They're all over the place.
How many paintings per row?
God knows.
God does, but do you?
20, 30, 40, I guess.
40 paintings per row, that's 800 of the buggers. We better get our sleeping bags then, eh? Chocolate, monsieur?
Yes, why not?
Villy?
Thanks.
That's nice.
Yes. Did you bring any food?
No.
We'll be hungry by the time we leave. Not before 10, I reckon.
10.
Earliest.
Better take us on then.
I'm ready. What have we here?
One sad-looking bastard.
Of course he's like this.
Mother died, eh? Just lost a fortune.
Spend the day with me.
Title?
Loyal clerk.
Price?
8,000 francs. Jamie's the only one who's going to buy it, and he's as poor as the rest of us.
14 by 19. Philly. I need to water a wall. Don't do anything till I come back.
Dirty job.
Very.
The pulling, the pushing, the dust, the droppings, all the bloody fingers.
At least I get to see lots of paintings.
Can I ask you something? Artist to artist.
I'm not an artist.
Now, anyone who paints is an artist.
I didn't paint, I drew.
Painting, drawing, it's all art.
If that's your definition, then I suppose I'm an artist.
And a good one by the sound of it. Now, did you win any competitions?
I won the art prize every year in school, by a margin.
I feel like I'm talking to a kindred spirit.
I hope so.
What's the reason for this?
This...
Yes, this, the real reason.
Oh, it's not just you. Every artist in Paris is having it done.
But what's it for? I mean, all these old works, even I forgot I had some of them.
We are like that. A thorough nation. Everything in order. In every country we liberate. That's how we are. We want to be able to put our hands on anything. Whenever and wherever we want. It's a good way to run a country. Artists should be grateful. It's work we're doing for them, this listing and logging. Gratis.
Artists I know are worried.
There's no need.
Do I need to worry?
No.
Are you sure?
As far as I know.
As far as you know. Well, how far is as far as you know here, Frush?
I know a bit.
Do you know what they're thinking, the ones at the top? Now, is that something you would know? Have they whispered in your ear?
In kind of ways, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean.
I can't say outright.
Yeah, Frush, eh? The artist's friend. I bet their eyes light up when you walk through the door.
They would if they knew me.
Why did they take that artist's paintings? I mean, can you tell me? I mean, how did he upset them? You know, his hair the wrong colour? Was his feet too big? Wouldn't know, would you?
Not without names and dates.
Well, thanks for trying so hard to help. I appreciate that. It's what I expect from a fellow artist.
Look, if I tell you something,
Well, you've already told me everything.
well, maybe not everything.
Oh, but I'm all ears.
Give me your word, it stays between us.
My word of honour. As a free-born Spaniard and artist of the world.
They take some artist works,
Hmm?
a few.
Take them where?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
But why do they?
You probably know as much as me.
Well, I know rumours.
Then you probably know more than me.
It's for exhibitions, that's what you said, isn't it?
Maybe Hebel said.
Well, you don't sound so sure.
It's what I'd hope.
Well, it's no more than that, I hope.
Time will tell.
So you do this job, and you've precious little idea why you're doing it.
I was encouraged to volunteer. When you were asked, God help you if you say no.
You must have wondered about it, you know, what purpose it serves. So, you knock on an artist's door and you drag them off to their studios and storage areas at all hours, and you don't have the faintest idea why.
Maybe security, in case their works go missing.
Maybe it's because they're Jewish. Now that could be it. My friend is Jewish. He's a French Jewish artist. Did that have anything to do with it?
If it did, it's a funny basis on which to take away someone's works.
What about artists like me, the degenerates? What plans do you have for my works?
I've told you, Monsieur Picasso, you're too famous for them to upset.
Can you give me proof?
Officer Kimmett said in our briefing not to do anything that might put you in a bad mood.
You heard him say this?
Not 2 hours ago. As clear as I'm hearing you.
He probably says that about every artist that you visit.
In general, we try to keep things calm. In that sense, you're right. But for you, it was different. You repeated it a number of times.
Do you enjoy your work?
It beats a lot to what's on offer.
I can see why they chose you. You understand artists.
I try to.
You know about art.
A bit more than the average.
A bit more than you let on. It wouldn't surprise me if you knew an awful lot about my art.
If I did, I've forgotten it.
My pink period. Now, did you like that? You loved the circus people, the acrobats, the clowns.
They're a favourite subject. If I could only draw them like
me, huh? Yeah. And Herr Hebel, is he a reluctant recruit too?
You'll have to ask him.
He doesn't know the first thing about art. So why do you let him talk to you like you're an ignoramus?
He talks to me with respect about art.
You can believe that if you want.
How does he talk to me then?
Well, like he's the boss and you're the ignorant little apprentice.
Who cares? I can shut him up whenever I feel like it.
Oh, is that so?
Just like that.
Huh. Nice feeling knowing you can.
I call it my secret weapon.
To be there exactly when you want it.
That's it.
I'd love to know what it is, your secret weapon. But that's being nosy.
He knows if he pushes me too far, I'll tell Oberstleutnant Kimmert
What?
about his constant thieving.
So you're biding your time to the right moment.
I don't want to drag myself down to his level, unless I have to. And I don't have to right now.
Monsieur Frisch, I like you. You're a decent young man. You have the soul of an artist. Please, take this paper. Please, I'm giving it to you. Please, if not now, I'll send it to you in Germany. Write your address.
That's very generous, but I can't.
Come on, I take risks for someone I like.
You can't. I can't.
Take it. I'm giving it to you. Look, I'll wrap it in paper, and if Hebel says anything, you can unleash your secret weapon on him, the one you've just told me about, and I'll weigh in on your side.
It's not as easy as that.
You can't let him stop you taking presents from an artist you like and who likes you. I won't let you.
Here he is!
Well, no one can say I'm full of piss now.
Your ears must be burning.
Oh, well, someone did.
Full of something a lot more solid than piss.
Well, I had a good dump too, so I'm not full of that either. Right then, fellow plotters. Shall we continue?
I'm ready. Oh, yes.
What the hell's that bull doing to that girl?
Impregnating with a nymph of the seed of the gods.
Bloody perverted. I mean, it's not possible, surely.
Title?
I asked Picasso a question.
Can we have the title, please?
Randy Minotaur.
It wouldn't fit, surely.
Price!
Only 8,000 francs. Oh, come on, people are easily shocked.
14 by 13.
Oh, God! Oh,
What is it?
gosh!
What's the matter?
That's my wrist! Jesus, my painting arm!
What's the matter with it?
Oh, shit!
Amputation, is it? I know a good butcher. No one can hold a cleaver up to him.
Can we help? Shall I get a doctor?
I didn't do it on purpose, if that's what you think.
I never thought that.
It goes all of a sudden. I mean, 1 minute it's strong, then click. Look, there's no strength in my fingers, believe me.
No, when I asked about a doctor, I was worried.
About the job, Billy? About how we're never going to done before Christmas? Couldn't care less that Monsieur's hurt himself. Just worried about slowing the pace. I know how your mind works.
What would be best for Monsieur? How about if I move the paintings? If I promise to be careful, would that help?
Oh, I can't have anyone touching my works. It's too risky. I'm just going to have to do it, all right?
Slow down.
Oh.
Rest your hands.
Jesus.
Don't force it.
Oh.
I get the same with my wrist. I bent it hard back when I was a kid.
Oh.
And now if I jerk it, it can go weak as water.
Like me with my ear. Teacher pulled it hard once because I coughed in class. Now it flaps about like a rag.
Very funny, Franz.
There's so much of the stuff.
Still so much to do. I've got a suggestion.
Oh.
Because Monsieur's in no fit state to be lugging pictures. Vinny, are you listening?
Oh.
Actually, I was thinking...
Well, stop before you hurt your brain. Yes, this is what I think. It's just come to me in a blinding flash. Why doesn't Monsieur Picasso give us one price for the lot? That way he needn't worry about moving another painting and we needn't bother him to move one either. Would that be possible, Monsieur?
Well, if that's what you want.
Excellent. I reckon that's a bloody good solution.
Just one thing, Franz. What about Kimmett?
Oh.
What about him?
He won't accept that. He'll go mad if he finds out.
All right then, Billy. Don't care that Monsieur's hurt
No!
himself. What if he's broken his wrist? Let's make him
Jesus.
break it some more. Let's make him damage it so much he never ever paints again, eh?
I didn't mean you to move there, monsieur. It's just if you knew Oberstleutnant Kimmett, you
I
know why
do.
we're worried. If you don't do exactly what he says when he's...
Oh.
What did you say about Officer Kimmett?
I know him.
You know Kimmett.
For the third time, yes.
Art Division Reichsdirektorat Kimmett.
Yes. How could you not know? It fair takes your breath away.
But I never... Well, yes. I suppose it does.
And have you noticed how bothered he is about that birthmark on his face? Of course you have. You work with him. And does he give his orders sideways on, like this?
He does, yes.
Fancy you know Kimmett wears lavender cologne.
The way a poor man holds his face. So he moves round to the left, and then around to the right. And then round and round in circles.
God, that's...
Kimmett all right. You're full of surprises, Herr Picasso.
I'm shocked.
I can't go into details, but I know this for a fact. He doesn't want you logging all of my works. In fact, that's the last thing he wants.
But he told us to log everything.
It sounds to me like you took him at face value. Knowing Herr Kimmett, he would have said one thing and meant another with hints. I mean, he's the master of the hint. Didn't you pick up on it?
Well, Did you, Franz?
Well, maybe Monsieur is right. Maybe I do.
Exactly. Why do you think I was expecting you when you telephoned?
I didn't think you were. You seemed pretty surprised when you picked up the phone.
Because I've been warned by a certain person. Do I make myself clear?
Why didn't you tell us this before?
Think about it. Consider Herr Kimmett's position. He can't have the whole world knowing what company he keeps. Company that may not be approved. I was hoping I wouldn't have to spell this out.
Kimmett won't thank us for making you.
I had no idea about this.
That's understandable. I mean, sometimes hints are difficult to pick up on, especially these days. They have to be so subtle, you wonder whether it was a hint at all.
So that's settled then. One price for the lot, Monsieur. Give us the price, Monsieur Picasso.
Say 160,000 francs, plus the ones you've logged already. That'll give a nice mix.
I was sure we were meant to price each painting separately.
Herr Picasso has just explained.
Say we get these wrong.
He's just told you he's a friend of Kimmett's. Do you doubt his word?
Not for a second.
Then what's the problem?
I wish I felt more confident.
All right then. How about this? We work as hard as we can for the rest of the day, log a few more paintings, and the job lot price for what's left. That way it's a halfway house. Half done separate, half as a lot.
You know what happened to Castor's? He got caught trying these on. You know where he is now?
Behind bars where he should be. Don't compare me to Castor's. Castor's is thick. He couldn't organise a blind date for a nun. Don't compare me to Castor's. So, we log a few more and we finish.
Well, if that's what you want.
Into action then. A last burst and we're done.
I'm not sure about this.
Woman and Child, 1930. And then we've got the Sexy Lady. Now, she's pen and ink.
I'm not sure about
Please
this.
wake up, get this down, will you? Woman and Child, 22 by 14.
Me in 1905. What an enigmatic bastard, eh? Man on the Wall, oil, 1906.
Vinny, are you getting this? Sexy Lady, 18 by 20. Monsieur by himself, 16 by 14. Man on the Wall, 20 by 18.
Can you slow down?
I'm in a rhythm.
Is your wrist better?
Oh, must have been a trapped tendon. You know, 1 minute it's agony, the next look, it's like it never happened.
All oil on canvas, are
All
they?
but the Sexy Lady, she's pen and ink.
Dates painted.
1930, 28, 35.
Look, I just can't. Can you help me log, Franz? We'll keep a steady pace then.
That is an excellent idea. Now, with the two of you, we can skate along.
It'll cost you.
Why should I have
2 packs of ciggies.
I've only got one.
2's my final offer.
Man with a Stallion, 1908. Oh, look at this one.
Oh, I didn't see.
We've got fruit and harmonica on grey table. Now, when did I paint that? Do you know, I've got no idea. Just look at them, will you? Look.
Look, I didn't see.
I thought we were going to do this at speed. Am I going too fast?
Not for me, you go as fast as you like.
Memories. What memories, Sutton? Bank.
Look, Franz, I know you've got your book.
You know my terms.
Ouch! My sodding leg shuts
Watch
up.
my painting.
Careful what you kick.
Look, if I give you 1 pack now and 1 next week when I get my pay,
They're not poor quality.
just Sobrani.
Deal, you're on. Rendezvous with Therese tonight. Long legs and big tits, not your sort, Billy. Bring a pack of nylon, she lets me put them on. Packs of brine, she'll agree to anything. I need an early finish. I'm ready, monsieur.
Oh, Anthropoid with Satire, 1912.
14 by 20.
That's a gouache wash.
I log it. Price?
4,000 francs. Clown and his mate, oil on varnished wood.
I'll log and measure.
And then we've got shredded paper collage.
Mine.
Despotic woman in trunks. Gouache, 1929.
I'm sorry, what price was shredded paper?
Any you want as long as it's under 5,000.
Did I get a measurement for Man with a
Oh,
Stallion?
where is it? The toilet? No, boy leaving the hall.
Can we go back?
I have already.
Did I get a price for Man with a Stallion?
Take a number, divide it by 6, times it by 10. If it comes up over 40,000, you're on your own. Come out, you bastard!
I log the next.
Come out, you bastard painting, come out! Oh, Monsieur Frisch, could you hold these?
How?
Part like this.
Like this.
Yeah, a little more. Let's see, I can just squeeze it out.
Oh. They want to squeeze.
No, don't let them squeeze back, they mustn't.
They're a weight.
Especially for an intellectual like yourself, eh, Billy?
The weight of something doesn't change according to how clever a person is. It's as heavy for me as it is for you.
Can we concentrate, please?
Yes.
Come on, a little more effort. The damn thing's closing. Monsieur Hebel, could you grab the other side for the sake of my work and Herr Frisch's health?
You have to ask, do you? Here, let the woman take over. You get your own side, Billy. I've got this one.
The damn thing won't budge. Monsieur Frisch, can I use your back to get a better grip?
I can take it.
Yes, come on. Foot up like so, put up like so. Now you can take my weight.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you won't fall.
No.
Right, hold firm.
I am.
Nearly.
Keep those legs straight, Billy.
I will. Can you speed up? The weight is,
I've got it.
Have you got it?
Yes. Nearly there. Just inch it out. No, don't wobble.
Hurry up.
Hold firm.
I'm not wobbling.
I've got it. 2 seconds. 2 measly seconds and she was out. We were that close here, Frisch.
I only scuffed my...
Don't move! Get back! In case you tread on my paintings.
How's Billy doing?
What? Well, he's got a pulse.
Still alive, then.
Wake up! Come back!
Well, this plan's working a treat.
So far.
Get up.
Get up!
What happened?
You fell with me on your back. It was my fault.
Oh,
You nearly broke Picasso's neck.
my head.
You brought the whole lot down, what you did.
I don't like to think how much damage has been done.
Oh, my
Is this-
shoulder!
Is this how you treat a great artist, eh, Billy? How could you let him get on your back if you're not strong enough?
Oh, look at the tear! Look at the tear in this work, look! It's destroyed! Huh? Yes, and I thought so, look. It's reserved for the Deputy Ambassador of the American Embassy.
It's not in the middle. Can it be mended?
What with, a sticky plaster?
Did you do this on purpose to teach me a lesson? Huh?
I promise you, on my word of honour, it was a complete accident.
I wouldn't want to be in your shoes when Kimmett hears you've destroyed Herr Picasso's painting.
It's not just me, it's you as well.
I didn't fall just when I shouldn't have.
Look at it! It's like you've been tossed around by a maniac!
What can I do? Just say it. I'll work night and day to put it right. Just tell me what I can do.
You can't repair rips, not in canvas!
Can I find a restorer? What? They can work miracles. I'll pay.
Bit late for that.
It's a fresh tear. It can be put right.
I think we should ask Herr Picasso what he wants, don't you? He's the one that's had his paintings wrecked.
What I'd really like would be for you to finish this now before you cause any more damage.
Get out from under your feet, eh? At least that way we won't be causing any more problems.
No, you won't.
So you don't mind then if we just up and piss off and leave this mess lying around?
On the contrary, I would take it as a considerate action.
I'm prepared to do as you ask then. A job lot price for works not yet seen, that's a fair and generous offer, and I'm accepting on the grounds is what Officer Kimmett wants. Furthermore, it's the least we could do after the damage we've caused. How's the wrist, by the way?
Oh, it's gone again.
So then, Billy, anything to add?
I can't think of anything but that rip. I won't feel right till I know it's mended.
Right then. Work scheduled for tomorrow is officially on, but actually off. I declare tomorrow a free day.
No, we can't do that. Especially now with the paintings like this.
I think we can in this case.
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm not happy. We can't just leave.
Billy, are you taking tomorrow off or not?
I'll decide what I do. If we finish today, I'm reporting for work tomorrow.
Billy, you absolute pain in the arse.
I'm not lying to Kimmett. I've seen too many people come unstuck.
But think of all you could do, all the art galleries you could visit.
In public, when I'm supposed to be working.
All right then. Spend the day with me in Therese. She'll find you a friend.
I'm not cheating a day off.
Billy, this is your last chance. Are you taking tomorrow off or not?
Not if it's not official.
Right. You've blown it. You had your chance, but you've blown it. I'm reporting you for soliciting goods in a manner unworthy of a German officer.
I did what? What goods?
This painting, to be exact.
I never solicited that painting. I refused it.
Deny it as much as you like. I know it, and so does Monsieur. I'm reporting you for unprofessional conduct.
Please, Monsieur, tell Franz this is nonsense.
Monsieur won't fall in with your little games.
I'm afraid you've got Monsieur wrong. Please, tell him, Monsieur.
Deny it as much as you like.
I don't give that for what you say, Franz. Tell as many dirty lies as you like. Invent them. I've got a witness. An honest witness. Please.
You took advantage of your position and tried to haggle with Monsieur Picasso to accept the paltry sum of 2,000 francs for this painting. A sum which wouldn't buy a bad meal and a bad restaurant.
I did nothing of the kind. That's not true.
And when he refused and told you it wasn't for sale, you said you'd take it anyway, and he better not think about complaining, because we were the new rulers of Paris.
I can't believe even you would stoop so low. Can you put a stop to this nonsense, Monsieur? Tell him what happened? Monsieur Picasso, will you? Herr Picasso!
I'm afraid I can't.
You can't? Why not? If he lies about me, you surely won't back him.
I want to go home, to rest. Then I can come back refreshed and put my paintings in order.
So, now you know, Villy. You've got no support.
Herr Picasso, I'm asking you again. Tell France he's talking nonsense and you'll have nothing to do with it.
I can't get involved.
Please! You can. As a fellow artist, if you like. I refused your painting. It was hard, but I did. Can't you just confirm that?
You need to sort it out between you.
I admire you. You're like a god to me. You got a gift above ordinary men. A wonderful gift. You can't do this.
I have to tell the truth.
But what Franz says is not the truth, and you know it.
I've nothing to add.
Are you saying that if I act like an honest soldier and tell my superior the truth, you'll tell lies about me?
I'm saying what I'm saying, and I mean what I say.
So then, Villy, are you going to take tomorrow off, or am I going to drop you in it? Because drop you in it I will, won't I, monsieur?
Oh, I think you're capable.
And monsieur will back me if I do.
You! You!
Is that a yes?
Yes.
You'll do what I want.
I'll do what you want.
And not a word to Kimmett.
Not a word.
Good. That's sensible. Now we can all relax.
I don't see what you get out of this, Franz!
If you had half a decent bloody social life, you would.
Of course you have thought about it. If you get caught.
If you'd been less focused on yourself and more on other things, maybe you'd have seen what's going on here. Kimmett won't mind if we take 2 days and come up with a job lot price. It's because it's what he wants. He's in the plot.
I hate being made to lie. I'm no good at it.
Well, shut up and let me do it for you then.
I see. Great artists aren't always great men.
And soldiers with clean hands often have dirty boots. Excuse me, I'm clearing up to do.
Monsieur Picasso!
I need to get on.
Of course you do. At least I know when I'm in the way. So, to be clear then, the items we've logged, plus 160,000 francs the rest, apprentice works and
Juvenilia.
juvenilia.
I didn't pressure you for that painting.
Hmm?
It's important you say it. All my life I've tried to be honest. A great artist has to be honest too.
Are you lecturing me?
Can't you just see what happens?
Shall I tell you about honesty? Shall I? As I see it. Now, you imagine a situation. An army conquers a country. Yes, that'll do. An army conquers a country and declares that all the jewellers should have their stocks listed. Now, soldiers are detailed to carry it out. Some of them are not too honest. They filter a ring here, a bracelet there. Some of them are very honest. They list every item and never take a thing. Now, these honest soldiers expect everyone else to be honest too. Their fellow soldiers should take nothing for themselves. The jewellers should list every last pin and trinket. But pardon me, isn't it easier for a soldier to be honest than a jeweller? I mean, as long as a soldier carries out his orders, what does he have to fear? Nothing as far as I can see. In fact, if he does a good job, he may get promoted. Now, his is the honesty of the oppressor. Is it the same for the jeweller? Now, if he lists all of his stock like the honest soldier thinks he should, could he not be setting himself up for a grab? The authorities would know exactly what he had. Now, if they decided to take it, if in their opinion their need was greater, if the war effort required it. So by being honest, the jeweller could be allowing, no, he could be encouraging dishonesty in the invading army. He can't take that chance. So he decides to lie. Says he's got less than he has. This is the honesty of the oppressed. Now, to finish, I have this to say. You cannot be honest if the work you do has a dishonest basis. So, Monsieur Frisch, please don't talk to me about honesty as if it is the same for everyone. It really is.
Get out of that one, Billy.
I had to think about it.
It would repay some thought.
Admit it. He's wiped the floor with you.
You know, I could almost think you two planned this when I was out the back. About her Picasso knowing Kimmett. About me wanting that paint.
I could plan all that in 5 minutes with Monsieur Picasso. You're giving me more credit than you usually do.
It's a thought in my mind.
Well, even if we did, which we didn't, it's all the same to you. Take a wrong step and you'll burn. Be warned.
I hope we can meet again when the war is over.
Goodbye, Monsieur Frisch.
I think I know more about artists than I did an hour ago.
And I know more about German soldiers.
Well, goodbye.
It works then.
You better stay lively just in case.
Oh, I'll keep an eye on Herr Frisch, all right.
Well, enjoy your day with Therese.
Heaven calls. Oh, just one thing. It's been bothering me for a while now. Do you know Kimmett?
Why do you ask?
Lavender cologne. I didn't tell you he wears it.
No, I think you did.
I most certainly did not.
Now, where could I have got that from?
Come on, you can tell me. We're friends now.
I can't for the life of me remember.
I'm sure.
My memory's gone.
You wouldn't think of dropping me in it, would you, Herr Picasso? I'd be up shit creek without a paddle if Kimmett were to hear about this.
I promise you, if I'm left in peace, I won't cause problems.
I'll say goodbye then. Words to the good. I've put my career on the line here. I've left my flanks open, exposed to attack. I think you know Kimmett. I hope I've done what he wants, but what if I'm wrong? What if I've done what you want and what I want in the name of Officer Kimmett and he were to hear about it? The shit would hit the fan. And if the shit hits the fan...
Watch out for flying shit.
If I take out my crystal ball and gaze into the future, what do I see? I see that it might just suit you, if there was ever a problem with what we've done here today, to take the blame and put it on me. To say I suggested the job lot price when we all know who suggested it. And in the name of Officer Kimmett too. Who knows? You might even call on Billy to back you up.
I'd never do that. You've got my word.
Well, good. Because if you were thinking along those lines, remember this. Kimmett isn't the only officer in Paris interested in art. There are others who may not be so friendly to an artist like you, who'd like nothing more than to make an example of a decadent, Bolshevik artist such as yourself. And the bigger the artist, the bigger the example. So, if you ever do think of dropping me in it,
I sincerely hope that this is the first and the last time my works are ever listed.
a mouth tight shut's the best thing these days.
I'll keep my mouth very tightly shut.
Do you know, it's been a pleasure meeting you. I think we're very much alike, you and I. Apart from the art, of course.
Oh, that's a compliment.
You know, you might find someone more appreciative than Billy for that painting.
Really?
I love circuses.
You?
Since I was that high. They're like a different world to me. Exotic. Magic, even. I'll look after that painting. It'll have a good life.
Yes, right. Well, where is it? This could take hours. Look, if you give me your details, when I find it, I'll get it to you.
I'll tell you what. I'll telephone in a week. And when you sell it to me, you can give me a receipt to make it legal.
A receipt makes it legal.
At 2,000 francs. Yes. Very much alike, you and I. Next week, then.
What a pair. Not fresh so much. A sensitive soul. Mind you, I trust him as far as I can throw him. Hebel? Acts thicker than he really is. Cunning sod. Interested in protecting my art? Interested in nicking it, more like. Creep down here one night and have them away. Flog them for the war effort. Hang them on the wall for Goring to shit to. What a mess. These complete pigs here. Yeah, well, maybe I'll leave it today. Deal with it tomorrow. Avoid anything they can quote you on. They were his words. Go for a job lot price if you can. That was his idea. Herr Kimmett, puppet master. The man in charge. Well, let's hope he stays faithful to his love of art. Gives us breathing space to protect us from the vandals. Not only enough to protect me from the vandals. Did he like my work enough to protect it? I can burn this lot to ashes in an hour and say it was an accident. Artful. That's what I'm going to have to be. As artful as them, as artful as sin.
Okay, first of all, playing Picasso is something else. and you show here today a great performance, and you show his works and his attitude towards German soldiers. How do you feel? How do you feel these days to play Picasso?
Well, it's just an interpretation. We're having a best guess at what the situation would be like. It's theatre, isn't it? I mean, you can't imagine being there in 1940. I'm sure it wasn't comical at all. In fact, it was completely the opposite. But I mean, this is entertainment on the fringe, so that's the way it's been written. That's the way we're playing it.
These days, people play something else. They choose to have popular things to play. Actually, Picasso and some other artists, they're always under the shadow. Am I right?
No, I don't think you are. I think Picasso is just as relevant today as he was in the past. He's probably the greatest artist from the last century. Probably next to Andy Warhol, so you could probably put those two together. And if you look at his works that you can see on the stage itself, one of the things that grabs you in the 22 pieces we've got there is they're just all so different. So he painted in every different style. And I think if you look around now, he influences everything we do.
But we think Picasso should be more often to be in cameras, in plays, in everywhere, in theatres, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it looks like there's quite an interest now around Picasso. I'm sure there was another play in London not long ago about him. So people are sort of rediscovering Picasso on stage, and they're trying to give their own interpretation of what Picasso was like and what he liked, what he didn't like.
Do you really feel that the German soldiers' feeling and towards the arts, is it you had a great performance, and do you really feel when you play as a German officer?
I think in terms of the characters that we play, it's based on lack of education, lack of understanding. You can't judge someone just because they're in a Nazi uniform doesn't mean that they're bad. Just because of the movement they're part of is bad doesn't mean that the person's bad. So you can't really judge them, and no Nazi thought he was evil, so you can't play them as evil. You just have to play them as someone that maybe doesn't understand the paintings or the situation they're in fully.
What is the reaction from the viewers?
Generally positive, I think.
Yeah.
People have liked that we've not done cliches. Then we're not just pretending to be jackboot Nazis. We're hopefully bringing something complex of people doing what they need to do to survive in what were difficult times.
It has thrown a lot of people, because some people have come in expecting the stereotype sort of fascism versus communism, because Picasso was a communist the whole of his life, and he's in fascist Europe at the time, and he's in a dangerous situation, but somehow he just manages to have a nice easy life all the way through it.
You play different characters before. Today you are Picasso. How do you feel when you play Picasso?
It's an interesting part because it's a very well-written play, so that's the attraction to it. Picasso as a part is just different. I mean, it's what you tend to do when you get a little bit older. You play character parts, whereas these two boys here get to play the younger parts. So, yeah, it's a great part to play because at the end of the day, you're playing an icon. Yeah. And that's it.
Are you all going to play another game, play again?
Well, hopefully. We don't know yet what's gonna be next. We don't know the writer's next project. But of course, yes, we are always on the lookout for new challenges and new plays.